Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. I have one play in basketball. I also have one in Thursday night football. I'm gonna give you both of those plays today in this video. I've been a little bit sick, so I apologize about the way I sound and stuff like that. Like I said, one very strong play in the NFL and another strong play in basketball. These unders, I did get burned the other day that I made a video on the unders. Joe kick and all that, they ended up going off, and the score was like 10 points over what I said. But it happens. Somebody did comment and say shitty pick and all that. That doesn't even bother me anymore. We need to move forward whenever we lose, just like we do when we win. So I'm going to give you guys two plays in this video. So let's keep going. The first play I'm going to look at real quick. I do have one in basketball, one in football for Thursday night. I do like Minnesota, but I don't like that their spread is all the way at 11.5. So the line is inflated because the last game that they played 2 days ago, they won by 41 points. So this line is dramatic all the way up to 11.5 currently. But they only usually win by 4 points or less. So I do like the Minnesota to win, but I don't like the spread. So I'm skipping the spread. There's also no sharp signals saying that Minnesota should win. So again, I'm going to be looking at this game, but I'm not going to look at the spread or the money line. The first play that I'm looking at, I'll go to the Sharp Edge right here, this tool. If you want free access to this for 14 days, you can click on the link in the description. Anyways, right here, when I click on the Sharp Edge, the Sharp Plays, it's telling me to start looking at this play right here, under 234. It gives me all the reasoning. Now, if I start looking deeper into this, it automatically points out what I should be looking at. Now, if I go in here and I start looking at these different games, the first one I want to look at, again, is the Timberwolves. So Timberwolves, it says projected 119. Pelicans is 110. If we start going down right here, it says over-under action. It actually started at a 237, and now it's currently at a 234. So this line started high at 237. Now it's currently at a 234. So that line dropped. Also, you see the bets placed, 82% is on the over. So this is what's called a reverse line move. The line is going down, yet the money and the public is going up. So this again is a reverse line move. This is very important when you're looking at these line moves. If you're looking at especially a 3-point line move, that's considered a lot. Now, another major factor here is the injuries. You can see right here, the big one here is Williamson and Murray, and also Missy. All three of these guys are their top shooters, and they're all out. So that's why I believe the line is moving down. And not only that, but these guys are not that good. Look at their record, is 3-19. So they don't not only suck, but they're missing their star players over here too. So what I'm doing, guys, I'm taking the under. I bought it back to an under 235 for the Pelicans and Minnesota. So I ended up buying it closer to the original line of 237, but I didn't buy it back that much. I only bought it to a 235 on the under. I got one more play for you guys, but before I continue with that, make sure you subscribe, click on the free picks in the description. And let me tell you about this real quick. This app is done. It's going to be on the Play Store, and it's going to be on the iOS also. It's already completed for the NBA, but the only thing I'm missing is the NFL and hockey. Then I'm also going to be adding baseball and props. But right now, this app right here is done for basketball. If you guys want to be a beta tester, let me know. Send me a text, and I'll be able to hook you guys up for free until once it becomes a paid app. Then obviously, if you guys want to continue with that, then you can pay for it. But right now, it's free. If you guys want access to this, send me a text message and say, hey, I'm interested to become a beta tester for your app. And what this does, it gives you pretty much what I showed you here, this website, but it's on an app. Okay, so eventually it's going to have everything that this website has, but it's going to be inside your phone app. I hope that makes sense. So again, if you guys want access to that, send me a text message and say, hey, I'm interested in becoming an app user. These are all the plays that I have for today so far. I'm waiting for my business partner. He has NHL. He might come up with more props, team props, stuff like that. That's what he does. But right now I have 3 shots on goal, 1 PRA, which is points, rebounds, and assists, 2 NFL picks, actually 3 NFL picks, and 1 basketball pick. So the one I just gave you, the under 235, that's one of the NFLs. I'm going to give you another one, but I actually parlayed it so I can get better juice. I'm not going to give you the parlay. I'm going to give you just the team that I like. Let's go right into the Thursday night football. The line opened at a -3. It's currently still at a -3. No matter the amount of money that's being pushed, 78% of the bets, 84% of the money, the line is still not shifting in any favor. So what this means is that the sharp is actually on Detroit, because if this much money is coming in on Dallas and the line is not shifting, then the sharp money is being pushed into the Lions. Okay, that's something very important. I also like this over, but it's extremely high. So I actually bought it back 10 points like a teaser, and even below that. Like I said, that's going to be inside the VIP, but I do like the over, but not at this number. Okay, these guys are 17th power rank. These guys are 6th. The defensive power rank, they're 29th. So they have very bad defense. These guys have somewhat of a decent defense. The offense, they're 8th and 7th. So they're both pretty decent. They've also had, as far as the offense goes, but then the defense is what breaks it down. So very decent defense. Very decent defense versus a very bad, one of the worst offense. Defense for the Cowboys. But in this scenario, the Lions have had the 4th worst strength of schedule, meaning they've had a very hard schedule, yet they're still very good. These guys have had the 10th best schedule, and they're still not that good. I hope that's making sense. You add that on to the fact, like I said, that their line is not shifting in any direction, yet all this money is coming in. Now let me give you a few more pointers, and then I'll tell you exactly what I'm going with. The one thing I'll tell you is that the Lions are prime time kings as far as coming back from a loss. So if they've lost and they've been on a primetime game, which today is considered a primetime game, they're 13-1 against the spread. So they cover the spreads and they win 13-1 on primetime games. Also, this is an elite offense, like a terrible defense, just like I mentioned. So the core of this game is actually a mismatch between a good offense and a horrible defense. Also, the Lions are the second best scoring offense. So not only are they overall a great offense, they're the second best in scoring. Now they're facing the Cowboys defensive ranked very bad, like I mentioned. They also have home field advantage. There's a dome, so the weather's not going to be a factor. So it's going to be a controlled environment. The Lions are great at home. I've given you all the reasoning. I'm taking the Lions on the money line. So if that's too expensive for you, you might want to buy it back as a teaser and put the over 10 points down. I hope that's making sense. If not, that's what I did in the VIP. You can check that out. I got the slip inside the VIP. So bottom line, I'm taking resilient, explosive home team with the Lions. I'm taking them straight up to win money line. And I'm also taking the Minnesota Timberwolves on the under 235. So this one says under 234. I actually bought it back an extra point to 235. This was done earlier today, and the line is still shifting. It's actually all the way down to 232 right now. If I were you, I would buy it back to the original either 235 or 237 on the under. Last thing I'll share is, like I said, I have the line move tool right here. There's different sports, all the different sports. So this is for college basketball. This is for the NBA. If you guys want access to this, 14 days for free in the description. Also, make sure you get the free picks and subscribe. We post a lot of free stuff in here. I don't have the posters in front of me right now, but usually we have points, rebounds, and assists and shots on goal on the hot streaks. Anyways, let me just give you the overall. This is for the NBA. Warriors, it went from a 2-2-9 to a 2-2-3. That's a 6-point line move going down. Then, like I said, the Timberwolves and the Pelicans, I'm not going to say it again. There it is, 3 points. But it's actually further. It's all the way down to 2-3-2. And then you got the Celtics started at a 2-3-1. Now it's at 2-2-9. These are very strong. These are just leans. And then, like I said, there's nothing showing up quite yet for the NFL because it's really just looking at the overall picture for the weekend. But all these lines move closer to game time. So right now, they're not showing anything. You got the college basketball, college football. If you guys want to take a screenshot of this. All these line move tool, this line move tool is very good for that. All right, guys, make sure you go to the link in the description, click on free picks. Make sure you go on YouTube and subscribe to Beast Sports Picks. All right, guys, thank you.